Hello everyone, my name is Abby Bliss White and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to do a full face of Chantecaille favorites. I am actually getting ready to go to a dinner with my husband and his boss. So I thought I would just bring you along while I'm getting ready for that dinner. And I just pulled out all my favorite goodies. I just got back from a trip and I tend to travel with a bunch of my Chantecaille favorites anyways. So I've got a bunch of fun goodies here and I thought we could just do a little catch up while I am getting ready for this dinner using my Chantecaille favorites. So if you're interested in seeing how I created this look, then let's go ahead and get started. Okay, you guys are going to come along with me. I have a dinner to go to with my husband tonight. So I thought it would be fun to do a full face of Chantecaille. That is a brand that I wear pretty much on a daily basis. Some component of my face, I'm always going to have a bit of Chantecaille on. And to be honest, when I travel, I have got a whole kind of goodie bag that I just take with me with my favorites. So I just got back from a trip and I had packed many of my favorites. I always take my Chantecaille Future Skin Cushion. It's the best thing to travel with. But today I just thought I'm at home. I have all my goodies in front of me as I've been unpacking and I thought, why don't you come along with me and we'll go ahead and get ready for this dinner using some of my favorite Chantecaille products. Okay. I just started editing and the clip that was showing my foundation was corrupted. So I don't have time to redo all of my makeup, but what I was going to do is just show you what I used on my skin, and the next clip actually shows my complexion, but I wanted to show you the two products that I used. So I started out with a mixture of the Chantecaille. This is the anti-aging face tint. This stuff is sort of magical, along with my Chantecaille Future Skin Cushion. Now, this one I always travel with because it is like the best all-around foundation for me. I love my Future Skin in a pot. But when I'm traveling, I always take my compact. It's just easier to travel with. So what I did for my foundation today was I took some of the anti-aging face tint, and I know it looks a little darker on my hand, but the best part is that this just shears out. It gives your face a little glow. And since I'm not somebody who actually tans, I like to fake it a little bit with this face tint. So what I do is then I take my cushion and I'm using the shade Vanilla. I have it in Alabaster for the winter, and then once it shifts over to the summertime, I will then use it in Vanilla. And then I have a little paddle brush. This is actually Chantecaille. And I will come in here and take some of the foundation, and then I mix the two. So I will mix a little concoction here, just like that, and you'll see it's kind of shearing out. I just love this stuff so much. And it is not orange. That's the other thing people are saying, is it orange? But when I mix it with my foundation, I just get the most beautiful glow. Here's kind of as you're seeing. So what I did is I basically used this paddle with the face tint mixed with my Future Skin, and then I placed it all over my skin for my base, and I just love this combination. So here, as you can see, as I am sort of brushing it out, it is becoming sheer and sheer, but it's giving me this really beautiful glow on the skin, and it adds just enough of that bronziness that I just love as I'm in the summer. Since I'm not somebody who's going to tan, I just feel like it gives me a little bit of a glow. So in the next clip, you are going to see it just after it has been applied, but I wanted to show you the combination since that was a corrupted file. Here's what this combination looks like, giving me a bit of a glow, and then I'm going to just brighten up with my favorite. This is the Chantecaille, and this is the Le Camouflage Stilo, and longtime favorite because I'm somebody who doesn't necessarily love concealer underneath my eyes, but this one is so thin in texture. It's got a little bit of a caffeine complex in here that's gonna give my eyes just like depuff them, and I just love it, and it's a good way to sort of highlight without looking cakey. So if you are like myself and don't necessarily love concealer, but it's sort of a necessary product, I think you'll love this Camouflage Stilo. I just like to put a little bit of this on and then tap it in. And it also feels fabulous underneath the eyes. So I just love, love, love this. Now, if you've been watching my channel for a bit of time, you will have seen Angela Rogers and I do a bunch of live events with Chantecaille. She is the regional account rep for the Southeast, and it was so much fun because I was just in Atlanta, Georgia, and she actually was there for a Chantecaille event at Neiman Marcus, and we finally got to meet in person. I'm going to try to multitask while I talk, but Angela and I have been online friends for many years now, and I consider her a dear friend. I'm just going in with the eye and face stick just to highlight and conceal where I may need just a little more coverage. Love the stick as sort of an all-around foundation. It's awesome. But Angela and I had the best time. We couldn't believe that we were actually in the same city at the same time. We have been trying to get together in real life for quite some time now, and it was so much fun. I was able to go to her event at Neiman Marcus and sort of surprise her there that she was doing there. They were doing these awesome eye lifts, and it was just so much fun for us to catch up. Literally, she is just as fabulous in real life as she was online. I already knew that would be the case because when we first met, I swear, I think we talked for like 2 hours on the phone, and we just had so much in common, and it just was sort of a natural friendship, and then it's just grown from there throughout the years. So we have just had so much fun sort of growing that friendship through our lives and beyond. And so to meet her in real life, in person, we got to also go out to dinner and really catch up on our lives. So that was a complete highlight of the trip, and we are planning another live together. And so we had sort of a busy schedule, and it was just exciting that we could make this work. So now, I know, trying to multitask here. I'm doing my favorite little combination of the Chantecaille Cheek Gelaze. This is Lively and Happy. This is the best combination ever, is you kind of mix two of them together, leave a little bit more of the pink marshmallow is what I love to call happy. And then I'm going to tap this on. We're going to be layering on some cream products today. This is just the best ever. And don't laugh at my nails. I said I wanted the Hailey Bieber nails. When I went to the nail place, you guys know I really like to do just sort of clean girl nails. I usually get like either off-white or pink. That's kind of my go-to at the nail place. But I decided to be a little jazzy, and I said, ooh, can you do the Hailey Bieber? I don't know if she calls them glazed donut nails. And then I came out with these. So they're very high chrome, high shine, a little jazzier than I normally go. But they were a little bit more intense than what I was expecting. But they're just nails, and we're having a little bit of fun with them. But I'm going to go ahead, tap some of this on. We're going to layer on some blushes today. I am just having a little fun bringing out all my Chantecaille goodies, but this is my favorite blush combo here, is this Happy and Lively mixed together. It just makes the best of the best color, especially for my skin tone. So I'm just going to tap this all in, kind of focusing going up just a bit higher, and then I'll blend it in with a brush, but I like to start with my fingertips. Here is it. Here's the color, nice and sheared out. It's just perfection. And we're just going to be layering on some of my favorite products today. So if you have not tried this combination yet, I highly recommend it, especially in the summer months. These little cheek gelays are just fantastic when it's kind of warm out. They stay put. So I kind of like to use this as a base layer, and then I will top just a little bit more blush with one of the recent launches that I love, a little blush here. So using that, okay, we're going to kind of let all of this sink in before adding anything else to complexion, and we'll move on to eyes. And I pulled out my Chantecaille. This is the Wild Meadows Beautiful Quartet, and this was a surprise hit for me. So I knew I would love this shade right here, but when I first got this, I was a little afraid of the pink, but the way that this works on your eyes gives you the most beautiful sort of mauve eye look. I just love it. And this was actually something that I took with me down to Atlanta. I meant to do sort of a travel video before I left, but I was just kind of been having a bit of a crazy schedule, having my daughter home, doing all sorts of stuff with her. And so I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to start with this shade over here first and kind of lay that down over in the crease here. And I'm just going to kind of windshield wipe over here, just a light little dusting of that. This summer is going by so fast. We're about to move my daughter down to LA in a couple weeks for the rest of the summer. And then I feel like I will get on a bit of a better schedule. I just am trying to maximize my time with her, because that was where she'll be living full time from here on out. You only get so much quality times with your kids as they get older, so I'm trying to kind of maximize that time, but it is sort of throwing my work schedule off just a bit. So I'm now going to go in with a little bit of this beautiful pink color, which I wasn't sure I was going to love, but with this combination, everything just goes so beautifully. And then I like to add a little bit of that just kind of right on top of that shade, and then just a little bit down onto the lid. I'm going to be adding this gorgeous little topper here. This Wild Meadows Quartet has been just a really surprise hit for me. I just honestly love that pink shade when it's mixed with the other colors. They do such a good job with these color stories. So sometimes even if you're looking at some of the more jazzy colors, I don't know how they do it, but They make them very wearable, especially for people that may have more mature eyes. Maybe you're not feeling comfortable putting pink on your eyes and such. I just feel like it just looks so gorgeous. I just feel like they do such a good job. So now I'm going to come back in to my favorite color in here. It's like this gorgeous kind of sparkly mauve color here, and then I will just put that on my lid here, kind of focusing right above the iris. And isn't that so pretty, you guys? I literally love this quad. I think it's pretty, but it's not over the top. It's just the most beautiful wash of color. Then I'm taking like a pencil pro brush here, sticking it in here. I'm going to run just a little bit of that under my lower lash here. And then we'll pop on a little eyeliner. And then I'm just doing a little bit of the pencil pro here. And I'm just taking a little bit of that darker shade and just sort of emphasizing near the lash line. Then I'm going to pop just a little bit of this gold just right up in the brow bone. I want this to be just a little more subtle there for myself, but it just adds a nice little prettiness to the eyes. Here's what I've created so far. And then what I'm doing is I'm just wiggling close to that lash line here. And then I can kind of go, and then just focusing on the upper third. I'm going to blend this out here, but basically opening my eyes up just a little bit, and then I'm just taking the end of a brush here and just kind of blending that in, softening that line. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and pop on mascara. I'll clean up my brows a bit, but I have to show you, I'm laughing. My dog got a hold of my Chantecaille Faux Cils longest lash mascara, but I don't let that stop me, even though it is completely chewed up. There's still all that goodness in this mascara, and this is my Holy Grail mascara. I'm getting super excited for the Nordstrom sale coming up because they usually have a twofer of my favorite mascara on sale. So I know I need to replace this, but it still has a lot of goodies in here. So I'm going to go ahead, clean up my brows, put on my mascara, and then we can finish off the rest of the face. Okay, we have eyeballs on, and then before moving on to the rest of the face, I am going to set everything with a little bit of my favorite. This is the Chantecaille Compact Makeup. And so this is basically a foundation, a powder foundation for those of you that love it. But I do love using this sort of as a setting powder in the summer months when it may be a bit more humid out. I will take my zebra brush and I will just swirl a little bit of this on to my brush here. I'm going to tap it out just a little bit, and then I just like to come through and then use this as my setting powder here. And I just love this brush, by the way. If you have not picked that up, it is an amazing brush for exactly this, a light dusting of powder makeup, or you can use these also. You can actually use this with your foundation, your liquid, and then they wash up real well. I haven't done that. I generally use this as my powder brush, but I just love it. It's super soft and easy to use. Then I'm going to go in with my bronzer. This is the Real Bronze. This one's in Goa. And I'm just going to put on a little bit of bronzer on top, sort of layering on everything today. So just a little bit of warmth. We already have used that face tint, but then I'm just going to just a little bit more of a bronzer here. And I love Goa because this has a rich kind of cocoa undertone to it. And when I do actually get sun, I have a little bit of redness that comes. I'm not somebody who gets that golden bronze. I get a little bit of that red color. So this one looks like a little bit more natural on me. And then I am going to put just a little bit of my bronzer in my eye look too, just to bring everything together. I'm also going to do a little extra blush. So remember, I'm going to an event, so I want my makeup to last today. So I'm going to be going directly after work. So I'm just going to kind of make sure that my makeup is precise today. So I'm just putting a little bit of that Goa into my look. I feel like it ties everything together. And then I'm going to add a little bit more blush to my look. I'm going to top off with Apple Blossom. I just love this soft pink color, and I'm going to focus primarily right on the apples of my cheeks here. We'll add a little bit of the Apple Blossom into the eye look too, just again to kind of tie everything together. But I'm going to want just a little bit more of a flush here. I'm just dipping real quick. Again, this is optional. You don't need to put in your bronzer or your blush in your eye look. Just for myself, I just feel like it makes my face look a bit more cohesive. Okay, we've added a little bit more color back to the face, and then I'm going to set everything with my Rose de Mai spritz. I love this, and I'm also going to use this to kind of fix my hair as well, because I always love this because it gets rid of my frizzies. And I'm gonna kind of fix my hair a little bit too. So not only do I love this to set my makeup, but I swear it just really gets rid of my frizzies the best. So I go through a lot of this because it's like my favorite little way to refresh my makeup during the day. Then for lips, I picked out one of my favorite combinations. This one's actually a lip veil. You guys know I love my lip cheeks, but I want something that's a little longer lasting today. And I'm using the lip liner. This one's in Discreet. I'm going to line my lips first. I'm going to line my lips first. I'm going just slightly outside. I'm going to use my finger here, and this is the base. And then I'm using the lip veil in Baobab. This is my favorite out of the lip veils, and these are a bit longer lasting than the lip shakes. So in general, you guys know lip cheeks all the way. Love a little glossy lip, but for my purposes today, these still give me some shine, but they're just going to be a little bit longer lasting, especially with that lip liner. That combination is going to last quite some time, and it's just such a kind of great nudie, tawny, peach color, but I feel like it kind of goes with the entire look as well. Then of course we're going to end with fragrance of the day, and I'm sitting here having a bit of trouble picking. I have the little Sex Kitten combo. That one is Calamanton. This one is sort of rich and exotic. I love this one. This one's a bit sexy. And then I've got Darby Rose, which is the most realistic, fresh rose scent. It is just so beautiful, and the combination of these together, this is what Angela and I call like the Sex Kitten combo here, trying to decide if that's going to be appropriate for going out to dinner with my husband's boss. But if I put it on now, I think it might be settled down by the time we go to dinner. Or I can go with the gorgeous Petal. This one to me is the beautiful soft floral bouquet. It's sort of like the perfect bridal scent. I love this one. I'm almost like, ooh, should I pick out Tiara? Or I could go with my personal favorite vetiver. That's sort of my go-to everyday scent. So this is hard, but there's a part of me that wants to wear this combination because I love it so much. I am not trying to be a sex kitten, so we're going to do just a slight squirt of the Calamanton. It's just so gorgeous, though. Ah, it's so yummy, you guys. I'm just like addicted to it. So I'm going to put a little bit of that on, and then we'll do a little bit more with the Darby Rose. But I've been into kind of these rose scents lately, and I just feel like this is going to be such a gorgeous combination. So I'm going to do a few more squirts with the rose, and I'll put a little bit more. Wow, that is just such a good combination because the Darby Rose is like almost like a young, tender, innocent, fresh, realistic rose where you have walked out and there's like dew on the roses. So beautiful, but I like something with a little bit more of a rich underbelly. So adding this Calamanton that has patchouli in it, but adding the Calamanton to this has some patchouli in here. It's got some woods, so it's just really sort of balancing this out. So love this combination, so pretty. And then I just remembered Frangipani would have been a good pick as well. Literally you can't go wrong, but I already picked what I was doing today. Tomorrow I'm going to wear the Frangipan because that's got that sort of rich vanilla, slightly tropical note to it. So that would have been a good pick. You can't go wrong with any of them. So this is my final look using all my Chantecaille favorites. And when Angela and I were together, we were wondering what live you would like us to bring you. We just love getting together and doing those lives, and so we would love any ideas that you guys would like to see. We would be happy to pop on with any theme. So go ahead and leave some suggestions for us. Let us know what you would like to see us do, and I hope everybody is having a great start to the week. I am so glad to be home and back to filming, so just beware, I will have more content coming up in the next few weeks. So thank you so much for being here, and I will be back with another video soon.